Hey, this is JT. Welcome to the backyard. I'm prepping for Tropical Storm or Hurricane Hillary, but I wanted to take a break to teach you how to properly perform 90-90, which is a mobility drill. I see this particular drill being done on social media a lot, and every single time I've seen it done incorrectly, or at least done in a way where you don't get the maximum benefit of the exercise. So without further ado, let me get down on the grass and show you how it's done. Now, the 90-90 is a great drill to increase hip internal rotation and to a little bit lesser degree external rotation. And these are types of hip mobility where most of us are lacking thanks to all the sitting that we do in modern society. To properly perform a 90-90, so the goal of this exercise is to bring your knees down to the ground while you keep your butt cheeks, your hips planted firmly on the ground. So I'm going to demonstrate proper repetitions. They're going to look like this. You can take your hands, you can put them down, that's totally fine. What's going to happen is you're going to bring the knees down without the hip coming up. So you're going to bring the knees down to the deck, going to come up, then the other side, same thing. By trying to keep that hip planted as you go down, you're going to feel quite a stretch in there. So this is a dynamic stretch that's going to help improve hip internal rotation as you practice this movement. The way that I see this being done on the interwebs is like this. Let me demonstrate. So people start to bring the knees down, and as soon as the knees start coming down, their hip comes up and they're doing this. Now, you can see where if you do this, you're not actually increasing hip internal rotation, so you're missing out on a crucial benefit from this exercise. What you should be doing, because most people will lack the mobility to be able to perform this the way that I did it, where my knee came all the way down to the ground, is you want to start to bring the knees down, and whether it's this leg in external rotation or this leg in internal rotation, you should be trying to pull that knee down. So as you're here, you're using your muscles to try to pull the knee down, as you see me doing here, just like you're using the muscles to try to press that knee down. So ideally, like I mentioned, it's like this, then it's like this, and that's going to be the full exercise. I'm going to show you one more time. If this is as far as you can go, you're going to use the muscles that internally rotate that leg. You're going to try to push, bring that knee down just a little bit further. Try to bring down a little bit further. At some point, that's going to be as far as you can go. Even if you press a little right, it's going to be your in range of motion. Once you get there, you can go ahead and you can start bringing the hip up a little so that you can get it down. Okay, your hip comes up. But the secret to this exercise is you want to push to increase your in range of motion as best you can prior to picking the hip up off the deck. What you don't want to do is just this laziness here, where you're pretty much picking your hips up, keeping your hips square with this leg, because now you can see where if you just get down on the floor and do this with me, this is essentially doing almost nothing. Not nothing, but almost nothing. So like, that's not an efficient use of your time. I want you to use your time efficiently. I want you to increase your in range of motion and actually achieve better mobility if you're going to take the time to work on it, not just go through motions. When you train for mobility, make sure you're putting effort into it and think about the joint, think about the muscles and the connective tissues that you're working, and ask yourself if you actually feel it doing anything. Because if you get down on the ground right now and you just go like this, I don't think you're going to feel much of anything going on. If you get down on the ground and you actually do this, even if you can't get that far, if that's as far as you can get, but you then work to bring those knees down just a little bit more, you're going to feel that all through those glutes. You're going to feel that stretch. That's what you want. That's how you do it properly. Now, I'm going to teach you how to go from this 90-90 into a shin box get up for a really nice mobility flow that you can use prior to training lower body, or anytime you've been sitting for a long time. You can check that out by clicking right here.